Hello everyone, it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com.au. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Sydney, Australia. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'd like to thank everyone who's subscribed and recently subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate the support and I hope you enjoy my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions on projects or anything like that, please feel free to contact me. You can leave a comment below in the video, in the comments section, or you can contact me through my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net, and I'm more than happy to get back to you and take on suggestions, etc. So today I am going to show you a project using the beautiful Colourful Seasons stamp set along with the seasonal layers thinlets. These are bundled together and you can purchase these at 10% off if they're bundled together, or you can buy them separately. As you are aware or may not be aware, Stampin' Up has just released its new catalogue, and it is this one over here. And this catalogue came out on the 1st of June, which was last Thursday, and it's already been extremely popular, which is wonderful. You have beautiful, beautiful stamp sets and products that coordinate with the stamp sets, and I'm just going to give you just a quick flick through so you can see what a beautiful, and this is the suite that I was telling you about, the Colourful Seasons bundle. It has beautiful matching DSP, Designer Series paper. It has glitter enamel dots, which I don't have any, but I'll give you a close-up of what they look like on the page. And they're on page 146 to 147. So that's the bundle I'm using today. And I'm not going to flick through the whole catalogue because I think that's extremely boring, but you can have a look at this catalogue through my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net. Have a look inside and see, and if you like what you see, then you can purchase through me anywhere in Australia. I'd love to have the opportunity to earn your business. So I'm going to show you a nice card, but I'm not showing you in the colours that are suggested in the catalogue. I'm going to show you colours that appeal to me as well, and that makes it easier for you too to create with, that you can think outside of what's in the catalogue and you can create your own colour scheme. So the colours I'm using today are Chocolate Chip, Blushing Bride and Sahara Sand. I love this colour combination together, so that's what I'll be working with today. Also, I will be working with the fantastic hardwood stamp. It's a big background stamp. I'll show that to you. And I've mounted it on our largest block, but highly versatile. Love it. So this has been around for about 2-3 years now or more. Great stamp to have, background stamp. This has been around for a long time. And then I am going to use today the Layering Circles framelets. These are like our basic framelets that you can use on any project. So I'll be using the largest circle today. So we'll get started on this project. Just as a warning, it's going to be a longer video today. I'm going to be using heat embossing, and I'll be using on transparency. So I'm using this plain copier paper transparency, and that's from Nobo. I found this at Officeworks. You can also use the Stampin' Up window sheets. I don't have these window sheets, but I bought this packet here, and there's 20 of them in this packet, A4 size, so you can cut them down to size. And the reason why I picked them is because they're heat resistant. So that means when you do heat embossing, you are then able to emboss with heat without the transparency melting and warping. So I'll take this away. I'm just going to clean my area up here. And I'm going to start off with the cards that we're going to be using today. So we're going to be using today Blushing Bride card base. So it's 5 inches wide by 10 inches across, and I've scored it at 5 inches in the middle. So I'm just going to now burnish that score line. Just burnish that. Make sure it's right in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to use that as like a tent fold card. You will need a piece of Whisper White cardstock to layer on. We'll be layering that on underneath, and that is 4 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. So you will need that. You'll need a scrap piece of chocolate chip ink and another couple of pieces of scrap Whisper White cardstock as well. This one is large enough to fit the largest circle die, so we'll need to cut out a circle with this. And what else? Yep, so we'll just get started. Very nice and quick. Okay, to start off with, we are going to cut a hole, a circle in the middle of that card base. So I'm just going to bring up my Big Shot. Okay, I'm going to use the magnetic platform. Okay, I'll position my card base onto that platform, and I'm going to take out my largest circle from my circle framelets, and I'm just going to place that in the middle of my card base. So I'll just make sure that's positioned nice and even on either side. Okay, then I'll just put my cutting plate on top, and I'm going to run that through the Big Shot. Okay. So I will be bringing up the Big Shot later because we will be using it to cut out our images. So that is now our card base, and it has a window, so it's a circle. Okay. Next, we are going to heat emboss on our window sheet, which is heat resistant. So I'll just place it underneath here, just so I get an idea of where I'm going to stamp. So I'll stamp around there. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I'll be bringing this image over here. Where is it? This one over here. So it's just got flowers and little blossoms there. And I'm going to heat emboss that in white embossing powder. So as with all embossing, I'll place this on top so you can see it better. So what you'll need to do is make sure that you put the embossing buddy over the top of that transparency so that you don't have any static and the images stick where they need to stick on. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my Versamark ink pad and I'm just going to ink it up. So I'll just ink up around here and about here. Just have a quick look and shine and see if I can see the images. Yep, and another one around here. Okay, I'm just winging it. This is just an idea I have in my head and I just hope it works out nicely. So I'll just grab my white emboss powder. I keep mine in a container. Just makes it easy for me to keep it all in one place and for the mess. So I just use these takeaway disposable containers and I use that. So, and I'll just turn this around and give it a good flick to get rid of the powder we don't need. And that just looks beautiful already, doesn't it? I'll just, just put a bit more powder there for an image that didn't take up, and we'll just give another flick. Okay, so now we have our blossoms there all stamped and Versamarked. Now, this is where you need to turn the volume down. I'm going to heat up my heat tool for a minute, and then I will show you how to heat emboss on this. And the trick is as well is do allow yourself enough room to hold it so you don't burn your fingers off, because in my previous video I didn't give myself enough room and I was burning my fingers. So that's my tip to you. So I'll just heat this up very quickly. Just heating that up away from the camera. Just heat it up for a minute. Make sure it's nice and hot. And now I'm going to go on the underside and just move it around. And you can see it actually comes out very quickly. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? And underneath here. And I'm just going to just heat it up a little more just to make sure it doesn't warp. Alright, let that cool down. I'll just try and straighten it out a little. Okay, so now it has heat emboss. Isn't that great? Now I'm going to give this another little heat just to, if it becomes a little bit warped, let it cool down for a second and then bring back the heat tool and just kind of wave it underneath on the other side too, just so to even it out a little bit. So you can do that. Alright. Switch that off. Okay. And whilst it's still hot, just give it a little, just straighten it up a little bit and it'll make it all straight for you. And now, it's pretty straight now. So I'll just let that cool down and give that time for the heat embossing to settle and dry off and cool down. Okay, so we'll leave that to one side for now and we will get to our card base. So we've got our card base here now, 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 inch whisper white panel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp some cherry blossoms just in here. So I'll just grab my branch image. So I'll be using again this image is here and this branch over here. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that in here. So I just want to make sure that give myself a visual. Hang on a second. Okay, so I'll just give myself like a little tick mark with my nail. It's just a tiny little tick mark just there, so I know that to stamp around within here. Okay, so I'll just grab my chocolate chip ink. I'm going to ink that up. Okay, and I'm just going to ink up just here. Hold it down for a few seconds. Okay, and I made a smudge there, so I might do another image there just to cover that up. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to stamp are those cherry blossoms that we stamped earlier with our Versamark ink. And I'm going to stamp that off now. Stamp it on, not off. So it kind of goes in there like that. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. I'm going to do that again here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. And then I'm just going to stamp, just bring some copy paper here, scrap. I'm just going to stamp just a few more cherry blossoms just in the air there. Okay. Turned out absolutely beautiful. I love that. Just gorgeous. Okay. And now going to put that over here, and already it looks stunning. Now I'm just going to pop this also over. And I'll just have a look and see. I think that looks great too. So what I'll do is I'll place this over here and that over there, and I'm going to stick these down. Okay, so I'll just add some fast fuse. I'm just going to trim that off. Actually, we don't need all of that transparency in there. Okay, and we will do it like so. Give that a little trim too, just so it's out of the way. So as I said, I'm winging this, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to, like, I've got an idea in my head, as I said, so I'll pop some that's good there, so I'll leave that there. I'll grab some fast fuse so I can adhere, oops, so I can adhere this onto there. Just there, and I'll do the same on this side, and there. So that turned out really nice there. So if you have a look at that there, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm going to add my this image here, and I'm going to put the the fast fuse just on along the corners there. Oops. Okay. So now, when I place this on top, I know that the image is going to be around this way, so I'm just going to place that equidistant in the middle there. And there you have it. See that? So it's all covered up, and we've got our beautiful branches on the inside and our heat embossed window sheet. So just have a look there. Hope you can see that well. I love that, it's beautiful. All right, so what we'll do next is we're going to cut out from the seasonal layers framelits, we're going to cut out a few images. So we're going to cut out these ones here and this branch, and we're also going to cut out that chair as well. So we're going to cut out these ones here, the branch and the chair. Sorry, I was out of shot there. So what I'll do to start off with is I'm going to stamp a little bit of the hardwood onto this in Sahara sand. I'm just going to use a small section of it. So I'll just use, say, the bottom part here, Sahara sand. Okay. And I'm just going to pop my piece of Whisper White over the top and just rub it. And that ensures you get a beautifully stamped image every time. Never fails me. Okay, and so there you go. You have your beautifully stamped Sahara sand wood grain background there. Then I'm going to stamp these blossom images here. So these ones, I'm going to stamp those now. And I've put them, they're separate stamps, I've put them all on the one block. And I'm just going to stamp it here. Okay, they turned out absolutely beautiful. And so we're going to bring up the big shot, and we're going to cut these two to start off with. So I'll bring up my magnetic platform, and I'll pop these on now on here. Okay, and they fit, no problems. And I'll just get my dies. So I'm going to grab the chair, put that over here, and then I'm going to grab my other little framelets. Ooh. Okay. So this one goes down, oops. Put those there. Okay, what I'll do is, because this is playing up on me, I can't do it all in one pass because of the way the magnets are, so I'm just going to cut out that chair, and then I can use this same sheet for later on, so I keep that, and if I want to use that same image again or for another project, I can. It's already stamped and ready to go. So I'm just going to pass it through about 2-3 times because I'm using the magnetic platform. And one more, because it is quite intricate, and because I don't have my other platform, it's a bit harder to cut out. So anywho, I've done that now, and it looks, oh, that looks stunning. Check that out, beautiful. I can push out the rest of those bits later, but that looks great. Doesn't that chair look fantastic? I love that. Okay, now I'll cut out those cherry blossoms, those flowers. So I'll position those again. And just letting you know too that these images have a border around it. So I'll just position those as well. Just make sure it's nice over the top. Oh, it's not cooperating with me. So sorry. Just turn that over. Okay, sometimes they just don't want to cooperate. The magnets kind of, maybe the polarities are a bit opposite and they just repel sometimes. So you have to fiddle around on your platform to make sure that they stick together well. So I think this position's okay for some, but not all. not for this one. So okay, I'll just run that through for that one, and then I'll reposition that one again. So you need to just do it just once. Okay. And I cut out beautifully. Now I'll just move it over here, and I'm sure this will stick down well. Oops. Something's not right here. It's because I didn't have it the right way. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's that one done. And the next thing I'm going to cut is another branch. I'm going to cut out a branch. So these turned out really cute. Okay. Okay, so the next one I'm going to stamp is using the chocolate chip ink. I'm just, cardstock. And I'm just using a scrap piece there, and I'm going to cut out the branch. So just be really careful when you take these off because they are quite sticky. And if you pull them off really hard, you can actually snap your die. So you don't want that. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this branch off. Sorry about that noise with my phone. And crank that through. And I'll go back again just for good measure. Okay, and that's all done. And that cut out beautifully. Look at that branch and how delicate that is. That is just stunning. Look at that. Even the negative space on that looks really cool. Love that. Just beautiful. Okay, so I'll pop these dies back in their spots. Pop this away. So I don't lose these dies because they can easily be misplaced. So I'll just pop all my dies back. And then away we go. So pop that there. And got another couple. Where'd the other one go? See, I've lost one already. Oh dear. I'll look for it later. Okay. All right. So now we'll bring our card base back. Where's my card base? There it is. Okay. Okay, we'll bring back our flowers and our chair. So with the chair, I was thinking of putting it over here. There are bits that haven't popped out, so I'm going to use just the end of my scissors there, and I'll just pop out these little pieces. It doesn't take long, they come out very easily. And that's it, done. Beautiful. Okay. So now I've just got my branch here. And I'm going to pop my flowers wherever I want them. So I'm just going to do a rough layout just to see how I want that. And I was thinking of putting my chair over here. And I was thinking of putting a sentiment there. And the sentiment I'm thinking of using is, let's see, we've got here. May all your tomorrows be as happy as today. Just breathe. Congratulations, you make me smile. Life's a beautiful thing. Thinking of you. I might put, you make me smile. I'll pop that over here. I think that's gorgeous. So we'll stamp that in, let's see. We'll stamp that in chocolate chip ink. Okay, I condition my stamps sometimes, so what I do is I rub it onto my skin. So I take that, then I put my Versamark, wipe, Versamark again, wipe, and then I leave the Versamark on. Then I add my chocolate chip ink, and then that way I stamp perfectly every time with my photopolymers. Oops, I was going to put that on top. So close that up. And so now I'm just going to pop that like this. Hold it down for a few seconds. And there you have it. Turns out beautiful, didn't it? So I'm just going to now adhere my little pieces on here. Oops. And I'm still using this glue. Come out. Okay. Just put a little bit on here. Oops. Oh, it fell down. Spread that around. And I'll just pop that here on the corner. Okay. Then I'm going to stick this branch down. just quickly add a little bit of glue, not a lot, just a tiny bit. Bit too much glue there, and I'll just stick that down just across down here. Okay, that sticks down beautifully. You can also add these little stamens in there, and I think I will leave it out just because of time constraints. So I'm just going to add now the flowers. So I'll just add this flower over here, just right there. Okay, and then I'll add this flower here. And I'll add this flower over there. Actually, I might add it here. Why not? So just do it over the top there. And I'm going to add some pearls, because I think it'll add just the right touch in the middle of those. So here are my pearls. Just add them right in the middle of those flowers. Oops. Made that there. And this here. And that's it. Sorry it was a long video today. My videos, I've realised that they're kind of like a Facebook Live where I just show you everything without editing it. And in that way you get, you know, an idea of how long it takes to actually do a project. But there's nothing to, you know, make out that it's really easy. And then when you go and do it, you think, oh, that's taken a really long time. I want you to be having a realistic view of the project that I've made. So anyhow, this is my card for today. I really hope you like the heat embossing on the acetate or on and just use a heat resistant transparency for copiers, and you can't go wrong with that technique. I just love this card. It is beautiful, and I love this brand new seasonal layers framelits and the Colourful Seasons stamp set. These are a must-have, and you can use it for any occasion, and you can make beautiful cards and in any colour you like. So if you're interested in ordering anything or contacting me for any questions, please don't to contact me through my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net, and also you can go through my blog at pepperlyrose.blogspot.com, and I can show you some other products and other inspiration. Thank you so much for coming past. I hope you liked my card for today, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.